You've read the video's title. Let me take you through it. I want to say it started well, but it didn't. The model was finished. Oh, it was finished. It was all ready to go in the workshop. I keep all of my spare pieces of wood up there in the roof space of the workshop. I was reaching for a piece, the complete other end of the workshop, right the way over there. The sink was here, I was over there. I was reaching for this piece. As I moved it, I saw it kind of nudge the next one and move the next one in a kind of chain reaction. And I kind of looked in horror. It was in slow motion. As it just did this chain reaction across the ceiling. And then this massive chunk of MDF fell, smash, hit the sink, wrecked the corner. Bollocks. This was Wednesday morning, so 4 days ago. A few swear words might have been said. Definitely. Disaster 1. Okay, so yes, it did some damage, but it was relatively easy to fix. It also could have been a lot worse. So, piece, smash, corner. I took the broken bits, I glued them back together, I glued it back onto the sink. More filler, sanding back, filler, sanding back a few times. And to be fair, by the end of Thursday, if you didn't know, you wouldn't have known there had been that damage. So, pain in the arse, but easily fixed. Moving on to the weekend, we were ready to mould for the second time. We started off by making the mould wall. Normally I do it out of clay, but this time I did it out of MDF. Large sheet of 6mm MDF screwed to the underside of the sink, and then 7cm strips all the way around. We then did use some hot clay to fill in the curved corners, and the tiny gap that you got between the wood and the master, we used clay to fill in that tiny gap. We wanted that nice, sharp, clean corner. We blocked up the drain holes and the hole where the tap threads through. The moulding process had begun, for real this time. Yes. It's like a milestone. It had begun. Next, we applied our release agent. White Spirit thinned Vaseline all over the paintbrush. Left it to dry for a bit, and then came back and did some buffing just to remove any streaks. I didn't film the next bit, but a few hours later, we applied the gel coat. I've done this, 1,000 times by now? Easy, you don't need to see that. We let it cure, and then we came back on the Saturday morning to do the first layer of fiberglass, the tissue layer. And, well, it was rubbish. Yeah, it didn't look right, not at all. I should have got the camera out and filmed what a mess it was. But honestly, at that stage, I wasn't thinking about, I should film this. I was thinking bad things. I was thinking, oh my God, what the hell are we going to do next? Yeah. I didn't film it, but here's a few shots of once we got the gel coat off. You can see the lumps, the bumps, the air bubbles, the raised. It was just what you can see. See for yourself. It was all over. The whole sink was like this. Yeah, as I said, the gel coat layer was just coming. It was like almost peeling off. There was air bubbles, raised bits, lumpy bits. We don't know what had happened. This never happens. The only thing we could realistically see to do at this stage was to take the gel coat layer off and do it again. Now, at the time, okay, it was a pain, but fine. It should just peel off and you can put a new layer of gel coat on. No problem. You'd waste a day, but I'd rather that than, yeah. What we didn't know is when we took the gel coat layer off, it peeled off the top finished layer of the sink. I mean, what the hell? What we think happened. When we put the Vaseline white spirit concoction on, we didn't leave it long enough for the white spirit to properly evaporate, leaving just the Vaseline. And with the top finish being primer paint, the white spirit must have softened the primer paint and reacted somehow when the gel coat was put on. So that's our only working theory at this point. Next time, yeah, there will be a next time. Next time, we'll either use a different release agent, or, don't know what that noise was, or we'll just buff in the Vaseline very thinly and bypass the white spirit altogether. That's not really the issue though, is it? No, the issue is the massive surface of this sink has to be finished again! Ah! Yeah. Okay, so it could have been worse. It could have... All the forms, all the curves, all the shapes, they're all intact. They all still look great. It is just the top mill surface layer finish that needs redoing. So it could have been a lot worse. But I finished this sink multiple times already. And I don't want to do it again. I think we need a few days off first. You know what? Next weekend, we've got a lot of visitors. So that's a great excuse just to take my brain out of this project for a while, forget about it, and come back to it when I'm not angry with it anymore. It's a good excuse. So, yeah, that's disaster